Hey, 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 it's Chaos Queen here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, and you are listening to Studio 2009.
There is nothing wrong with your podcast player. Do not attempt to adjust the volume. Hello and welcome back into our studio. You're now inside Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. I am, of course, TFG and Mike. And for the first time ever, it is Media Mayhem. It's going to be like the sands of the hourglass. These are the decades of our lives. Today, I welcome that good old detective in TV and film. It's David Draper. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. How are you?
I'm doing all right. This is all his fault, folks.
I mean, sure.
So
I'll take. Okay. So to give the backstory, I saw a YouTube video. Some 25-year-old going, these are my favorite. This is my favorite movies from every year that I've been alive, and I was like, that's kind of an interesting concept. And I have like twice as many years worth of content to, and I just randomly made up a list. Not randomly, but I made up the list. Also, like a big chunk of it was the 80s, which is when the best movies ever made were made. And shots fired every other decade. But I think I can back that up, frankly. But and I posted on Facebook just as for people to talk about, and of course immediately people were like, "How come you didn't pick my movie? How come you didn't pick this movie that I like?" And it's like, well, it's not your list. I mean,
exactly.
It's my list. And to me, there were interesting things about going the process because, some years were obvious. 75, 77, 89. But then there are other years that were like, I've talked about how 1984, Ghostbusters was my fourth choice for 1984.
Right.
And when I said that the 80s were the best, there was a year where Ghostbusters was my fourth choice.
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
There were three movies I liked better than Ghostbusters that year. It's mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
And then also like later on, I started to hit. There was a point in my life where I really didn't see a lot of movies. So some of the movies were like, okay, well I saw this one. I guess it's my favorite. Yeah, I mean, I saw it, and
right.
So I don't have I know we established rules for this whole thing.
I have the rules. Yep, I have the rules because it's in the script every time.
I know you have the script.
Folks, yes. Well, so folks, this is our new thing. This is outside of GCRN Origins, but it kind of acts like a GCRN Origins, but because this is a choice thing, this is not an origin. This is these are the films that I would choose. Yeah, it's Media Mayhem. It's, it's this, it's that, it's whatever. And the rules that Dave wrote out are as follows. Rule number 1. These lists are inherently subjective. They are not the quote-unquote best films of each year, but our quote-unquote favorites. And therefore, no choice can be quote-unquote wrong. Quiet eye rolling is, however, allowed.
See, I thought we were going to be like going back and forth. And as we know, I tend to be a little judgmental. So I was like, okay, I put that rule in for me. So that I didn't give you a hard time if you picked a movie. No, if you picked a movie that I thought was stupid, I didn't want to be like mean to you.
Okay.
All my movies are good by definition.
I
literally just preface that by saying I was judgmental.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of like I said, the way I was thinking of it to expand it to allow other people to come in to make their lists. That's how I was thinking of it. So that's why
okay,
I was
but
let's
when we were just the rules, I just thought this was like literally a 2-off that we were going to do. I didn't realize it was going to be part of history.
Initially it was, but then I was like, hey, this is a really cool, fun idea that I think will be awesome for Dave and I to do. but it would also be awesome to see what other people, how they would approach it and what their choices would be too. So so it kind of expanded. Rule number 2. More a personal thing, but in many cases, Dave defines quote unquote favorite as film I'd most like to watch. Rule number 3.
Okay, because sometimes there was as we'll go through the list, I'll be talking about there was this movie that came out that year and this movie that came out that year, and I mean, not every movie's going to be Star Wars, So
no, thank God.
Well, my point being, well, no, that's terrible. It's sad that we live in this world. But the point being that some years you're going to have less passion. Again, there were years where I saw movies that year, and it's so you don't have a lot of passion for them. The choices that you have, this will become a bigger thing in the TV version, I think. But so it's what movie would I like to watch? So if you can't really think of what was the best movie that year, it's what movie did I enjoy or would I want to revisit for tiebreakers?
Yeah, see, and that's the other thing. I've never done tiebreakers. I always make a choice. So when Dave was writing out his list on Facebook, he was writing out notes and he was basically arguing with himself through text in his Facebook post. And I was reading this and I'm like, yeah, I would I would make the choice. I would just okay, I either want this one or this one. This is why I like this one. This is why I like this one. But this reason for this movie or this TV show is why I like it more than this other one. So I pick this. I've never done a tiebreaker thing ever. I just don't. Go ahead.
Again, with 1984, get there, I'll talk about the movies, and my choice will seem like a very unconventional choice given my general taste in movies. But Ghostbusters is a comedy. Gremlins is kind of a horror monster movie. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai is a wacky sci-fi comedy. How do you? It's like judging a dog show. How do you judge? You gotta, it's so which of those movies is my favorite? And it's which one would I want to watch? I can't believe you didn't run into any difficulties. There's a year where I literally I know there's a rule about no ties. But when we get there, I'll have to decide. There's a year where there's 2 movies that I absolutely love. And I don't know which one would I pick. 1993 broke my heart because I really wanted to pick Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 just to troll people. No, because I saw it in college and I enjoyed it. I it's weird because I remember liking that film, and TMNT fans hate that film.
No, some do. I am not one of those. Some
one. I mean, we were. I guess my friends who were more fans than I was, but so it's kind of a joke. But I mean, I really did enjoy that movie. But that's the year that Park came out. So
that's the year that what came out?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to pick Jurassic Park.
Yeah. No. So rule number 3. You have to have seen the film. You have to have seen the film, but do not have to have actually seen it the year it was released. Obviously. Because
that's especially for those first decade of our lives. Because I mean, you weren't watching a movie when you're 2 years old.
I'm not watching Superman 2 in 1980 or 1981 when I was just born or 1 year old. Yeah.
Like Godfather came out in 1972. I saw it in college in the 90s. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I think that'll become a bigger issue when we do the TV version, because obviously a TV show can run for years. So the rule was the year that the show debuted.
Yeah.
And I know for a lot, especially in the 90s, because my thing is, again, I love genre shows.
Yeah.
It was if I took even the slightest interest in a show, it would be canceled immediately. So I would literally wait. I would wait 3 or 4 seasons before I'd start watching a show. And all of you fans of X-Files and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you're welcome. I got into those shows late on purpose. Because I didn't want them to be canceled immediately.
You know, the only... Okay, I'm going to save that for the TV version. Because I'm not getting into that here. Okay, rule number 4. Final rule. You can only pick one film each year. In 1984, you must pick one film from every year. 2006.
Asterisk, although it won't apply to us, or I assume. But, like, I mean, if you didn't see anything. Like 2006, I saw 2 films.
Yeah.
Like, there are 2 films that came out that year that I saw. So, like, theoretically, if there were a year where you didn't see anything... That would be the escape hole, the escape hatch.
Yeah, but so we're not doing I'll have you take me through this or whatever for my version of the film, whatever, when we get to it. I don't know when that's going to be because studio is pretty full between now and episode 200 because this is episode 167. But yeah, I watch a lot of stuff. I've always watched a lot of stuff, movies, TV shows, whatever it is. And in 2006,
I picked that year. I mean, that's my year because of
right, because it's your year that you probably didn't. But I'm just saying, like, when I went through, so what I did, because like we keep mentioning the TV version, because that'll
become a bigger issue with the TV version. Because
right.
There came a point in my life where I really stopped watching TV and started switching over to YouTube stuff.
Right. So for me, when I first saw this, when I first saw your post and I read through your post, I'm like, oh, that's cool. He chose that movie. I knew he would choose that for that because, you know, he likes fake sharks and all that and everything else because that shark looks fake. Because the shark.
If you think it's about the shark, you don't understand Jaws at all.
I know it's not about the shark, but the shark still looks fake, you know, whatever else. So I read through the whole post and I'm like, this is an awesome concept. I wonder what it would look like in a TV landscape. So I went down the whole rabbit hole of list of American television shows and then I put in whatever year it was. And then I just started at my birth year, which is 1980. And I went from 1980 to 2025 and I created a folder in Google Chrome. I just named it whatever I was going to name it. And I then favorited every Wikipedia page for every year in television from the year of my birth until 2025. And I scanned every year. I skimmed over every year of television shows that debuted in my lifetime. And I'm like, yeah, I know pretty much. I don't know exactly most of my choices, but all of the key choices that have influenced me in my 45 years of living, I know exactly what my list is going to look like for TV. I have no idea what my list is going to look like for movies because I haven't made it yet. Which is why we're doing it this way. You go first. So.
Fast. Very dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
You go first.
You go first. So, opening moves, 1971. What do you got?
Okay, this one was interesting. It was the year that Willy Wonka came out. It was the year Diamonds Are Forever, the last Connery Bond movie, not counting Never Say Ever Again.
Yep.
But I actually went, I think people who know me very well would be surprised that I went with a Western called Big Jake with John Wayne.
No matter who else gets killed, that boy dies. The shotgun misses him, it don't matter. You already know about the rifle on him. That won't be as messy as a shotgun at 3 feet, but that boy will be just as dead. You understand me? Say it. I understand.
I saw it a long time ago on cable as a kid, but I really like it. It was like I think really the best Westerns, most interesting ones are set at that time when the Western was actually changing from being wild, being civilized, and that's kind of a big theme in that movie. That movie is he's he's kind of an old school cowboy who's become rich, and he's kind of left his family. Like they're more civilized, and he's kind of still the old school cowboy. But his grandson, again, I saw this a long, long time ago. Oh my God, people are blowing up my phone. But like his grandson gets kidnapped, and in the end, he's the only one who can get him back. Like and his buddies. Like there's this whole sequence of this posse, and they're all in cars, and they've all got modern weapons, and they're very it's all modern, and they all get slaughtered. And it's up to Big Jake to get his grandson back. So I like that film. I like Willy Wonka, and Diamonds is not my favorite Bond film.
No, Diamonds should not be anyone's favorite Bond film.
No, my favorite's You Only Live Twice. But
GoldenEye.
That's 70. I never saw GoldenEye. I've never seen any of the Brosnan films.
What?
No. I'm not the biggest James Bond guy.
Okay.
That's a whole podcast for a whole.
That's fine. Yep. That's fine.
My era is the Roger Moore era, which is probably why I'm not a huge James Bond guy.
The Man with the Golden Gun, hands down. The Man with the Golden.
I saw that a million times on cable.
Yeah, exactly. But The Man with the Golden Gun, hands down, is easily the best Moore movie
for your eyes only, sir.
Okay, we can debate that later.
Yeah. 1972. This is a change from the original list. I originally had The Godfather, which I was never happy about because, it's The Godfather. I get it. It's a classic, but do I love it? But it's 1972, so you're like, well, what else was there? So I went back and I dug, and actually, my choice for 1972 is Man of La Mancha. Peter O'Toole, The Dream the Impossible Dream. The story of Don Quixote.
Okay. Say that title again slowly.
Man of La Mancha.
Okay.
To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe.
To bear with unbearable
The impossible dream comes true.
To run where the brave dare not go.
Man of La Mancha, starring Peter O'Toole as
Don Quixote de la Mancha.
I named one of my damn dogs Dulcinea, so she was a good girl.
Very cool.
And it's like the movie itself is more of a meta narrative because it's about Cervantes being brought up before the Inquisition for writing Don Quixote. But in the process of defending himself, he performs Don Quixote.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a good film, and the music is like Dulcinea is a great song, beautiful song. So yes, Man of La Mancha, 1973, the first Michael Crichton movie on the list, Westworld.
MGM presents Westworld.
Your attention, please. We will soon be landing at Westworld, the ultimate resort.
We have you on grid 5, over.
It consists of 3 worlds of the past.
Locking in now.
Worlds where you can live out your every fantasy. There's Roman world, the lusty, decadent delights of imperial Pompeii.
Notify ground crews.
Medieval world, chivalry and combat in 13th century Europe. And Westworld, lawless violence on the American frontier of 1880.
Bacon, cinnamon toast.
Each resort is maintained by reliable computer technology and peopled by lifelike robot men and women.
Let's stand by for resort activation. Ready on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2. Activate now.
People forget that before dinosaurs, he was warning us about robots. And the pickings are a little slim. I say before before 74 comes up and there's a big train wreck. Yeah, Westworld's another one I saw on cable when I was a kid. I liked it. I thought it was cool. I believe the HBO series is on my TV list. I got to double check. And that's mainly for the first season. Again, like the TV one is going to be weird because there's going to be all kinds of weird caveats and
Yeah,
well, I like this one season, but that season wasn't the season it premiered. It's a mess. This is what you get for like calling an audible.
It's okay. It doesn't matter to me.
1974 was interesting because there were not one but two Mel Brooks classics. There was Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. I really had to wrestle with this one because, like, I think overall, Blazing Saddles is the funnier movie, and it also has more, whatever you want to say, commentary. Has more to say about the world, but it's also sloppier. Like the ending, just like literally, like just a vomit of chaos. You know, they and it's supposed to be funny. They explode out onto the sets. You know, like everything falls apart and everything goes crazy. I don't like that. I never liked that.
Yeah.
And I also kind of love the attention to detail that Young Frankenstein brings, the classic, you know, Universal monster movies. So I went with Young Frankenstein. Frankenstein. Also, the Frau Blucher joke is the funniest damn thing in the world. The horses scream every time they mention her name.
I am Frau Blucher.
Inga, may I present Frau Blucher? After you, Frau Blucher. Blucher!
1976. Okay, wait. 1976. Wait. Oh, 1976 is a weird one. Wait. How do we get? Okay, 1974. 1975. That's why I skipped 1975 because it's Jaws. It's a little film you may have heard of. Yes. It's not about a shark. Well, I mean, it is about a shark, but it's not. The movie's not about the shark. You're missing the point. The movie's about three men. It's about a town that has done. It's about the corruption of a town being punished for being corrupt. It sets the prototype for every slasher movie that came later on, except it was good.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to say it was about three men and a baby.
No, well, it was 3 Men in a Boat. And you know, it's fascinating because it's the 50th anniversary, and there's a lot of stories about like I've seen a lot of stories about how Richard Dreyfuss and oh god, actor who played Quint, I can't remember his name, Robert Shaw, really didn't like each other. Like the tension in the on the screen was reflected in the tension in real life. Shaw was an alcoholic, and how he kind of blew the first reading of the famous Indianapolis speech, which he came up with. And he literally apologized to Spielberg, and they got a second take, and then it's a classic, iconic moment of the film.
I think that I am familiar with the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem until it swims up and bites you on the ass.
Yes, the shark. In 1975, the robot shark looks fake. That's why it's almost never in the film. You know, and Spielberg said, like, cutting around the shark, like, it made the movie more like, that's what made the movie amazing. It's you cut around the shark. It's you see from the shark's perspective, and it's the music, and it's the mood, it's tension. It's
get it.
We're supposed to do an episode on that later on, like,
yes,
because I have tickets for. Ironically, I have tickets for it in 3D, even though it is not Jaws 3D, which I did see in the movie theaters in 3D. So this will be the second Jaws movie I see in 3D.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm sorry to keep, like, should I keep yammering for each movie, or
it's up
boy,
to
I'm
you.
gonna have to explain this next one. The next one is called Allegro non troppo, and this is another one I saw on cable a lot. It's 1976. I saw it on cable a lot as a kid. It is sort of a spoof of Fantasia.
Okay.
Well, obviously it was Italian, but the animated bits were fascinating and weird. The two that I remember the most is there was one that was set to Bolero, and it started off this astronaut lands on a planet and drops a bottle of Coke. And the whole thing is the Coke begins, the Coke that's left in the bottle evolves and becomes life. And then the life forms become dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are marching to the tune of Bolero. And at some point, there's an ape. And then the ape gets fire. And then the ape kind of wanders off. And then at the end, the ape kills everything else and becomes master of the world.
Oh my god!
Oh well, there's a great moment where the dinosaurs are marching and the music's like surging, and you see like Christ on the cross, and the dinosaurs stop and look at him for like a second and then move on. I love it. And then there's another one that's about it's another weird, like, there's a lot of astronauts in this one, but there's like an astronaut who lands on a planet, It's a very primitive planet, and he's got like a remote control that does like magical things. It's almost like Life of Brian, where like he does these things and people think he's like Jesus.
Okay.
They start chasing him, and he's freaking out. And like at the very end, he gets crucified, and the remote breaks until the whole planet shrinks down, so it's just like a little tiny ball of rock with him on the cross. But anyway, it's an interesting movie. I remember like a long time ago, you had like the top animated movie list.
Yeah,
and I was going to put it on there too, just to like. Well, I think it is interesting. I think it's 1977, Allegro non troppo. 1977.
Little known movie with
known movie called Annie Hall with Woody Allen and Diane Keaton. Won the Academy Award. Everybody loves Woody Allen. He's a very popular, very beloved figure in Hollywood. Nothing controversial. I'm kidding. Obviously, it's Smokey the Bandit. It's obviously Smokey the Bandit.
Who are you and what the fuck have you done with David Draper?
1978.
Wait.
The joke's funnier if we don't say it. You're doing the thing that Jason always does, which over-explain a joke. It's Star Wars, okay? Joke ruin. 1978.
No, I said no. All I was gonna say was, you're clear, kid. Now punch this thing and let's go home. That's all I was gonna say. 1978.
I am not a big fan of horror movies in general, but for a while, until the 2000s, the 2010s, I was a big fan of zombie movies.
Okay.
Then they kind of ran that genre into the ground, and I got a little sick of them.
They did.
But I do still have a lot of love for the original George Romero Dawn of the Dead.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all times.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill. This situation must be controlled before it's too late. They are multiplying too rapidly.
Dawn of the Dead.
Meet me on the roof at 9 o'clock. Getting out.
I don't believe
We're
it.
gonna
What?
get out in the chopper. We've got to survive. Somebody's got to survive.
Oh, okay.
That is my one horror movie on this list. I don't really count stuff like Jaws and Gremlins and Jurassic Park as horror movies. But so Dawn of the Dead, 1978.
All right, Dawn of the Dead.
1979, I got yelled at. Speaking of not being a big fan of a friend.
Which friend?
Not you. You don't know him. You know Pete Vanderdrift?
No.
Yeah, this is what I thought. But he's a huge fan of Alien.
Okay.
He's a friend from high school.
Okay.
And ironically, he's the guy in 1986 got me into my choice for that year because I was underage. But but he loves the Alien movies. He's got the original Kenner one still in the box. No, he does. But I was thinking about it. I was considering it, but I went with the Muppet movie because I do love the original Muppet movie.
Yes,
the Muppet Show is a big part of my childhood.
Yes,
so I went with the Muppet movie.
That's right. That's the only correct answer for 1979.
I hear this movie is dynamite.
Alien is, I think, depending on your point of view, depending on your taste, you can go Alien or Muppet movie. I think those are the two. 1980. 1980, I'm not going to do it again. It's Empire Strikes Back. For me, the funny thing was, you and I approach this differently. You go on Wikipedia and I go on IMDb. And so every year I would go on the IMDb and I would scroll through the list. And they do 50 movies and then you can get 50 more. And I usually didn't have to go like past the first 50. Sometimes I would. Like there were a few years I had to go like to the next 50, like the third 50, 150.
Yeah.
It was funny because when I got to 1980, I was in a rhythm. Yeah. I got to 1980 and I started scrolling and it's like, oh yeah, one of my top all-time favorite movies of all time. How
did I forget that?
How did I forget that?
Exactly.
So Empire Strikes Back. Again, this is what I call. I took to calling this stretch Murderer's Row after the old 1920s Yankees. They're just like one monster after another. Star Wars, Empire, 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I mean, just a classic Spielberg movie. I remember.
Is that your choice for 81? Or?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I just want.
Absolutely.
I'm writing these down as we go, so I just want to make sure that's your choice.
Hey, if you're copying my homework, just make sure you don't make it too obvious. Like years ago, I've seen it in the theaters several times, like fairly recently, but like a couple years back, I saw it It wasn't real IMAX. It was like fake IMAX because we didn't have IMAX back then.
Yeah.
I remember it was a different experience. I was watching, I don't know how to put it. I was watching the directing, because I'd seen the movie a million times on TV, on video. But I was watching like the whole sequence with the flying wing. It was like watching someone playing with dominoes, watching every piece be put into place. And it's such a great movie. It's such a well-directed movie. And it's Harrison Ford at his peak. It's John Williams' theme. It's a great film.
It is.
1982 is actually currently my favorite movie of all time. I am now literally looking at the movie poster. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Buried alive. I think it's the best Star Trek film, which is both good and bad, because I think they keep trying to repeat the formula since then, especially with newer films. They like, I think all three of the Abrams movies were Star Trek: Wrath of Khan, which is unfortunate. The original is the best.
Not all three of them were, but the second one was.
The second one was literally.
Yeah, no, I know. Into Darkness, but what's so funny about that is, as of this recording, I'm in the middle of editing a previous episode that people would have already heard, and my buddy Steve Megatron, he inaudibly and audibly hates that movie, and we were going through,
as he should.
Yeah, I know. We were going through 2013 because we were discussing. We were wrapping up Christmas in July this year because we went through and reviewed all 5 Die Hard films, because Die Hard is a movie that takes place at Christmas. It is not a Christmas movie. So anyway,
as much static as I give you, you are a wise man in that regard, 100%.
So we were reviewing the 5th film. I had never seen A Good Day to Die Hard, and we were talking about the year that movie came out, which was 2013. And I was scrolling really fast through the list of American films that released in 2013, and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, Steve, one of your favorite franchises released a movie that year, Star Trek Into Darkness. I actively left the silence in because I knew what was going on in his. I heard the gears in his brain trying to work, and I'm like, see, folks, this is what makes Steve Megatron shut up. You mention a film he inaudibly cannot stand, and then like 10.5 seconds later, you just hear like this just audible vomit, and I'm just like, yep, we can move on now.
What makes that movie stupid is that it, like with the original Wrath of Khan, like it's the movie itself makes the effort to set up who Khan is, and that he has history with Kirk. Whereas with Into Darkness, there's literally a moment where Benedict Cumberbatch goes, "My name is Khan," and Kirk has zero reasons to have a reaction to that.
Yeah,
and he does. I think in the film, he's like, "What does that mean?" Right, it's supposed to be. It's for the audience who knows who Khan is, and it's like it's just so badly written. It's so dumb, and I'm not even getting to the tribbles.
Oh yeah,
and how they completely undermine just everything about Star Trek.
So Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, I don't know.
Oh, I love it. It's a movie that has spoken to me on different levels every year. Like every time I revisit it every decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, obviously it was space battles, right? Star Wars. It's like Star Wars. It's got space battles. Then you're a little older, and it's about the French. It's about the original trio. You get their friendship and their camaraderie, and that really speaks to you because you're making the friends that you're going to make for life. And then you get a little bit older, and the themes about the choices you made, right? He has a line about a man I haven't seen in 20 years trying to kill me. And, you show me a son who would be happy to join him. Because you get older and, suddenly you've made choices, you made dumb choices, you regret the choices you make. And that's the theme, that's the main theme of the movie. Are the decisions you make and the consequences that bite you in the ass down the road.
Yeah.
And then you get a little older and people die.
Yep.
And as much everyone remembers the part where Shatner screams "Khan."
Yeah, that's what everybody remembers.
Very few people remember when Spock actually dies. Shatner's reaction speaking of someone who was there when someone very important to him died, is the truest. And I mean, there were different situations, but the idea of going through hell and like you still lose, you still die anyway, and just he just goes no, and it's because his voice is broken, but he still says no. Like he, it's so I love that film. Like I said, that film has spoken to me. Every decade or so, there's a new thing to find in it, which I think is the sign of a great movie. Also, Kirstie Alley is really hot. I will say, I don't want to cast shade on Robin Curtis. I'm sure she's a fine actress, but Kirstie Alley was really hot.
Yes, she was.
Oh, 1983. Again, this is Murderer's Row. This is Yub-Nub, Return of the Jedi. The trilogy wraps up.
Really? Okay.
For 1983?
Man.
What came out in 93?
No. Okay, so when I look, so again, I have not made my list, but when I look at the 80s, 82, and I'm not saying this is what my list is going to be, but it might. I don't know because I haven't looked
to it.
You can.
Everyone take notes.
Yeah. 82 would be Tron. But I saw it way later. I saw it when
that doesn't matter. Like it's when you see it.
I know it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying when I look at the year 1982, just look at the four numbers 1982. The first thing I think of is Tron. When I look at 1983, I had Jedi in the back of my mind, but the first thing that pops up is Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And
you're going to notice there aren't a lot of comedies on my list.
No, and that's fine. I'm not saying there has to be like genre to me. Like when you're making your list, when I'm making my list, whoever I get in the future to do this, I don't care about the film genre. I don't care what genre it is. I have no whatever.
It's not that I'm picking. Okay, what I'm saying is I'm not picking by genre, but I do think that people have internal biases that they like what they like. And in terms of movies, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of movie. Like when we do the TV list, I have a lot of sitcoms. It seems like I like comedy better on TV than I do in movies.
Than you do in film, yeah.
And it's not that I went like, I'm not going to pick Trading Places because that's a comedy. It's
no.
Because it was the fucking third Star Wars film.
I know, and I understand. Right, absolutely. Yub-Nub, I got it. But just when I look at the number 1983, yes, in the back of my mind.
Sir, what is rule number one?
What
is rule number one?
She's his sister. That's what rule number one is.
Sir, what is rule number one? First of all, I'm from the South, so that's not a big deal. Secondly, what is rule number one?
Remind me. What's
subjective?
Yes, I know. Right. I know.
When I get to 84.
Oh, I know. That's fine. But all I'm saying is when I see that number, Jedi.
I don't even think of Trading Spaces. I didn't realize until you said it that it was.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the TV show too. Anyway,
yeah, exactly. Me too. All right, 84. What do you got? You got
so 84 was brutal because I was
84 is a bloodbath. Yeah,
84 is a bloodbath because like I was saying, it was like Murderous Row. It was like all these movies that Star Wars, Empire, Wrath of Khan, Raiders, Jedi. 84, finally, like the big dogs are gone.
Wide open. They're all in 1 year.
Oh no, the big dogs are gone, and it's like every other dog. It's like all the other classic dogs.
Yeah,
Gremlins, Ghostbusters, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, The Terminator.
Yeah,
I mean, Temple of Doom.
Doom, Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah, Beverly. Well, okay, again, comedies. But
it's still an action movie
I'm just
too.
Saying, it's not my favorite movie. Like
I understand, and that's fine. But I'm just saying it's.
So my choice for 1984, and this hurts, is one of my other all-time favorite movies, Amadeus.
What?
The Story of Mozart.
Yeah.
Academy Award winner for that year.
Yep.
I've always loved that movie. I think it's a brilliant movie. I see myself a little bit in Mozart, and I see myself a lot in Salieri. The idea of you're sitting there and you're watching people who have so much more talent than you. That's just unfair, and you declare war on God. I'm not saying I did that, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't driven anyone to death yet.
Moving on.
1985. This one was pretty easy.
Next Saturday night.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Yeah. Next Saturday night, we are sending you. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I figured.
It's a film I enjoy. My mother was a little older when she had me, so she kind of grew up in the 50s. It was kind of fun to watch it with her, and it's one of those rare films that we both enjoyed. Also, I always love the irony that the DeLorean was such a flop of a car. And because of that movie, I think Gen Xers all think it's the coolest car ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ironic because anyone older than us thinks it's garbage, and we're like, but it's the Back to the Future car.
No,
so cool.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Okay. It's okay. You and Walmart did this a couple of years ago. Walmart, when they did their Walmart Plus ad a couple of years ago, they had Back to the Future, they had Ghostbusters, they had Kit from Night, they had all these 80s cars show up for Walmart Plus, like pickup and whatever. Oh God, just so good. And there was a thing, I forget where it was. Was it for the 35th anniversary maybe, or the 30th anniversary? I'll probably throw the audio in here somewhere because I think I have it, but there was a ad for something where it was Christopher Lloyd. This is years ago now.
Great Scott! If my calculations are correct, it is now precisely October 21st, 2015. The future has finally arrived. Yes, it is different than we all thought. But don't worry. It just means your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one.
But it was him getting in and out of the DeLorean and doing his famous line, the future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. So whatever your future, the line. I don't remember the whole line.
That's from part 3, but yeah, okay.
Okay, but the point is, I don't care what part it was from. It's from Back to the Future. They all run together. They're a whole... I'm rolling my eyes at you. I know. And this year is the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, and we are later in this podcast going to cover, Dave and I are going to cover all three. Huh? What? 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 Later on in this podcast, not one day, later on this year, before the end of the year, Dave and I are going to review all three films. Yes, here on the Geekcast Radio Network, we have reviewed all three films in the past. Hell, that is how the very first movie podcast on the Geekcast Radio Network, Movie Week in Review, started. We reviewed the entire trilogy on Movie Week in Review back in the day in 2009. But since it's been 17 damn years, and everybody else who has already talked about it in the past has talked about it in the past, we're going to talk about it in the future. But yeah, Back to the Future, simply amazing. All right, 1986, what do you got?
1986 was a rough one. Well, it was, because there were two films that I really loved. Like as I was saying earlier with 84, how there were all these big guns before that. This was one of the big guns years.
Really?
Yes. Really? So the film I didn't choose was Big Trouble in Little China, which I absolutely adore. I've got the poster right here. John Carpenter, weird, crazy kung fu movie. Oh God, what's his name? Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
I started this list in 1971. Remember?
Yeah.
There was an onion tied to my belt, as was the fashion at the time. Kurt Russell is a sidekick in his own movie. It's amazing. For someone who doesn't like comedies, it is a funny damn movie. But I had to go, again, another top 5 movie for me came out that year. And as I was saying earlier, I have a friend who's obsessed with Alien. And in 1986, he took us to the movie theater in the mall and got us in past the tickets. He was a little older than we were. And Aliens.
Oh.
James Cameron, Sigourney Weaver. I love that movie. That is one of my top 5 movies in general. I keep talking about movie posters. That one's downstairs with the collection.
Cool.
I think the thing is, I like stuff. It's like, Back to the Future and Big Trouble in Little China are comedies. They're funny movies, but they're action. There's sci-fi, there's fantasy, there's action. They're not just comedies. They're mixed in with it. And Aliens is the class is absolutely. It's got horror elements. Yeah. It's got monster elements, but it's an action movie. And I think I do like action adventure movies. And I love everything about the Colonial Marines. I love the outfits. I love the gear. I love the dropship. I love the I can't remember the name of the vehicle now. The ATV.
Oh.
So it is one of my. I love the Queen. One of the things I don't like about the way the franchise has gone is Ridley Scott does not like that movie. And if you notice, they've kind of moved away from the Queen. Like, they don't really mention her anymore. She's not really it's all about the black goo. I'm aware of the scene from the original Alien that was cut from the film, where you find out that the alien created its own eggs. It wasn't killing people; it was capturing people to turn them into eggs, which is neat. But I like monsters. I like monster designs. Aliens, 1986. Again, if I were doing a top 5 movies of all time, Aliens and Wrath of Khan would both be up there.
Very cool.
1987. This one was hard for another reason, because it was just I saw movies, but so I kind of went with RoboCop. I like RoboCop. I think it's a good movie. Pardon me. But RoboCop. Not much else to say. It was RoboCop. 1988. We were just talking about this series. A little film called Die Hard. A great film, and it is not neither it nor Gremlins are goddamn Christmas movies. They're movies that take place at Christmas.
Christmas time. Yes,
they're not movies about Christmas.
No,
I think that's the thing where nerds just want recognition and acknowledgement, and this movie I like. It's a Christmas movie. It's no, it's not.
So the interesting thing, what I found out, because up until this past July, even though we're still recording this in July 2025, when Steve Megatron and I recorded episode 141 to 145 of this podcast, when we went through all 5 films, the first 3 films, Die Hard, Harder,
with a Vengeance.
Yep. All 3 of those take place within a year of each other. So Die Hard 2, Die Harder is a year later, and then With a Vengeance is a year later from Die Hard 2. And I think I said in the With a Vengeance episode, I'm like, holy crap, this is John Wick before John Wick. Now, the reason why I said that was because, and I said that in the episode, was because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the John Wick movies take place within X number of hours or days of each other, kind of thing. So
the first
time
3 kind of do, yeah.
Right. The first 3. That's what I'm saying. The first, yeah.
I know 2 and 3, the time between them is immediate. It's boom.
Yes, it is immediate. But the first one to the second one.
Yeah. It's been a little while since I've seen those.
Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. Die Hard, excellent movie that takes place at Christmas from 1988.
1989 was another one that I didn't even check the list for.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's the TV show thing.
I know it's the TV show, but I don't know how to hum the Danny Elfman theme.
But I saw that opening night in a theater. Yep. That was one of those movies that got me really kind of addicted to seeing movies in the theater. There was 300 Batman fans just going crazy. It was amazing. I loved it. I had just kind of gotten into comics the year before. I wasn't really into comics before that, but I just got into it with Dark Knight Returns and Year One and Killing Joke, and just that movie hit I was kind of in the same boat that not Danny Elfman, that Tim Burton was, where I didn't realize Batman wasn't supposed to be shooting people. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that the Batmobile had Gatling guns. It was later on I was oh wait, that's wrong. Like at the time, I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I think Batman, the first one is the best, my favorite in my opinion, because I think Burton was a little more reined in. So you got like a cool Burton flavor to everything, but it wasn't full Burton.
Yeah.
I think Returns was a little full Burton.
Yeah, it was.
Which I think kind of definitely harmed the Penguin. And weirdly, I am not a big fan of the Catwoman outfit with the stitches. I'm not. Oh wow, 1990. In 1990, was another one I changed because originally I had this technically the back the first half of 1990 was in college. My freshman year was 89 to 90, and it's weird to think that these two movies came out in 90 because I always remember them being early in my college situation. But 2 weeks in a row, we went to the theater. The first week we saw Goodfellas.
Yep.
And then the second week, we saw My Blue Heaven, which is my choice.
Okay.
1990. My Blue Heaven was apparently the script was written by a woman who was living with the guy who wrote the script for Goodfellas.
Oh, wow.
And it plays like a sequel to Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah.
It is absolutely like Henry Hill ends up in the little suburban community, except he's Steve Martin, and he just destroy and he finds out that the whole place is like festooned with former mob guys, and it's funny, it's charming. Rick Moranis is great in that film. Everybody's great in that film. It's a fun film.
Yeah.
Former gangster Vincent Vinny Antonelli
I'm a new man.
is being placed under federal protection.
Not the old me.
Hidden in suburbia,
This is the new me.
assigned his own personal FBI agent.
Now, this is a real nice house. It's one of the nicest we've ever moved anyone like you into.
Wow.
So My Blue Heaven, 1990. 1991, another, and part of it is I have a story for almost every film on this list. Because otherwise, why would it be on the list?
Exactly, that's the point. That's the point.
So when I was in high school, I had a buddy telling me about these books he was reading. Specifically, I think at the time it was Red Dragon. And he was telling me about, Hannibal Lecter and this crazed serial killer who was, blah, blah, blah. If you know the story of Red Dragon. And they made it into a movie which was called Mindhunter. I believe it was called Mindhunter, which starred the guy who ended up going on to SI, I think. And I remember watching that movie and what's his name? Brian Cox, I believe, was Lecter in that one. I remember seeing it, and I was like, I remember seeing it on TV, and I was like, oh, that's neat. So anyway, flash forward to 1991, and my friends in college and I are going to go see a movie. They're dragging me to go see a movie. The poster has Jodie, what's her name, with a butterfly over her mouth.
Yeah,
I'm literally sitting there in the theater watching it play. And at one point, they go, Hannibal Lecter, and I'm like, Hannibal the Cannibal? Because I literally never heard of the second book. I didn't know that this was a sequel to Red Dragon. I didn't know anything about that. But just literally in the middle of this theater in New York, I was like, Hannibal the Cannibal? And then she's like, Hannibal the Cannibal? I'm like, everyone's looking at me like, what? So, yeah, Silence of the Lambs. It's a great film. I remember Oscars night the next year. We were cheering for it and making a big ruckus in my allegedly quiet dorm. All the people who usually kept us up all night were mad that we were screaming and cheering and acting crazy. 1992, another tough one. This almost was my second Western, Unforgiven. Unforgiven's a great film, but I gotta go with my heart. It's another one that I saw with my buddies in college, Wayne's World. Even though by the time I graduated, I was ready to strangle anyone who went, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Ran that crap into the ground. But yeah, it was fun. Again, it was a fun one, even though Dana Carvey was looks like my age, but he was playing a teenager. It was a little creepy and weird. But,
I would say Steve Carell has run that into the ground more than Wayne's World ever did.
I never really watched The Office. So.
Yeah, I understand that, but you can't be on the internet and not run into that somewhere, somehow, some way.
Okay, but this was 1992.
I understand that. I'm saying
we didn't even
now,
have
though.
The internet.
I understand that. I'm talking about now, though.
Now it's different.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have to deal with those people. This guy was my best friend. I wanted to murder him. That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's right.
1998.
1998. Wait, what do you... 98.
Oh, all right. My bad.
93.
I'm looking. Well, okay, first of all, we've already discussed 93, and you don't know I'm literally looking at a shrine that I have built on the back of like a piece of furniture for a little movie called Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I can't remember if I said this in the recording or not, but like I wanted to go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 just to troll people. But I mean, Jurassic Park, like literally, I mean, I don't know how dark we want to get on this podcast, but my senior year was rough emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that got me through it was the promise of seeing Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And to this day, when I see the Brachiosaur and the music swells, I get misty-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the special, because it was, I've always been a huge dinosaur nut. I was like Alan Grant. I'm like, it's a dinosaur. Yeah, Jurassic Park was always going to win. Like I don't care how. The only way it could have lost was if it was up against a classic Star Wars, which it was not.
Yeah, exactly. I
remember blowing up finals the year the book came out. I blew up my studying for finals to read the book. That's how excited. I remember reading an article in Entertainment Weekly that this book had been like up for, it wasn't even published yet, but everyone was bidding for the rights to make the movie, and Steven Spielberg won. And I was like, the book about dinosaurs. Well, then they came out right before finals, which was bad for me.
Yep.
I did not do well in college.
Oh, stop.
I barely graduated.
Oh, man. But you graduated. It's better than I did in college.
Technically? No.
I think it's episode 68 of this podcast of Studio 2009 where we discussed Jurassic Park. So if y'all want to hear Dave's full gushing of Jurassic Park and my somewhat positive thoughts on the movie, I
believe the kids use the word glazing these days, but
yes, glazing, exactly, glazed over. Because by 93 I was 13 and I was out of my dinosaur phase and into my Power Rangers phase. Sorry.
And also, you don't like scary movies, which is fair.
Yeah, I don't do jump scares.
Mister, I don't do genres. You don't like scary movies.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, it's not a criticism. I'm not making fun of you. That's just a thing I've learned about you.
When a guy with giant metal nails and a face that looks like, worse than a trash can, scares you in 1985. Oh, God, it's the 40th anniversary of Nightmare on Elm Street. Jesus Christ. 1994, what do you got?
1994 is another favorite of mine. It's The Usual Suspects. It's a great crime drama. It's a great Kevin Spacey performance. I know we don't like him anymore, but he was brilliant as Verbal Kint. And the main reason I love that movie is it reminded me a lot. This is going to sound strange. Of like we played like D&D and D&D type games in college a lot, and now it's a big thing and people like watch role plays on YouTube. But there's a moment in that movie where like they're kind of put in a corner by this lawyer Kobayashi, and then Kent says to the guy that's interviewing him, "We decided to kill the lawyer." It's just like, like that is a player move. That is a like. Oh, this lawyer was telling us that if we didn't do what he wanted us to do, we would be killed. So we decided to kill the lawyer. It's great. The last shot of that movie is brilliant. It's a good film. 1996.
95, man.
95. I told you I didn't do well in college. I told you I didn't do well in college.
Yeah. When we get to my choices, 95 is going to be a bloodbath for me because just off the top of my head, I can think of Money
Train,
easy for me. Drop Zone. There's a whole slew of stuff in 90. Judge Dredd. God, there's a whole slew.
But the Stallone Judge. Okay.
Yeah, Stallone.
I know. Rule number 2. 1995. Toy Story.
Yeah.
Just a great film. It really. I don't think it was the first. I always get it mixed up with Bugs Life. It was the first Pixar.
Yes, it was the first Pixar. Yes, it was.
I thought it was a great film. I enjoyed it. I will talk more about it in a minute.
Okay.
1996, Birdcage. When I was a kid, When I was preteen, whatever, they used to show La Cage aux Folles, which is the French original version of this movie on like HBO or whatever. But yeah, Robin Williams, Nathan Lane. It's a great film. It's very like funny and touching and human. Gene Hackman's in it. He's really good. I really like that movie. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't have a lot more to say.
Yeah.
Which brings us to 97, which is we had Jurassic Park, so we've got to have The Lost World, Jurassic Park. And as I believe, you'll give the episode number in a minute, but I believe, as I said on that episode, as a movie, I almost like it more than Jurassic Park. Like Jurassic Park has a very big emotional connection to me, but as a movie, I think it has issues. And Lost World does too, but like I don't know. It's when Spielberg got meaner, and I kind of like mean Spielberg. Like War of the Worlds is kind of a fun movie because he's just sadistic as hell, and it's great. But yeah, I really like The Lost World. This is a very fun movie.
We did them kind of, sort of combination. Because we did them as movies that I had not seen.
Yeah, because you don't like scary movies.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Giant boulders scare me. Giant boulders scare me. Okay, episode 84 of Studio 2009, Raiders of the Lost World.
Oh yeah.
Episode 84 of Studio 2009, TFU and Mike and David Draper, as they bring you a double feature film selection for the first time ever on the podcast. We present to you Raiders of the Lost World. This double feature is all about Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Lost World Jurassic Park. I just love saying that.
1998 is another Spielberg movie, Saving Private Ryan. Which I don't really have a lot to say about it. I just like it, and it was really well done.
Yep. Private Ryan, and I assume 99 is Toy Story 2, which is where you'll have more to say about.
Yes, Toy Story 2 is another one of those top 5 movies.
Yep.
I love there's a moment when Big Al is looking at Woody at the yard sale.
Yep.
And he has the line, "If only you had your hand-stitched polyvinyl."
Yeah.
Every toy collector on Earth knows that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the rare accessory. He's got it. Like, the way that Wayne Knight does his voice is brilliant. And just everything about that movie, like the bit with Zurg and the fact that Stinky Pete is the villain and he's gone insane because he's been left mint in box. It's just... And I'm a toy collector. I'm a toy nerd. It is so full of little things that toy nerds click with.
And this is 1999. So
yes.
This is... Okay, so this is before... This is before Oh My Stars and Garters. Okay. So this is after... This is Frasier after Cheers. And I'm just like... Oh, it's Frasier as a villain. Damn.
Well, I think depending on the episode, Frasier was the villain.
Okay, but all right.
To be fair, I know what you're saying. To be fair,
but I'm saying, like, again, coming from the way that I grew up and watching the character, because again, I will say in every episode, for me as a kid, and I'm sure for you as well, but I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to say for me, it was about the fiction. It was about the fictional characters. It was not about the real people. It was not about when the people took the face. It wasn't about like when Tom Cruise pulled off the face mask. It was about when the face mask, it was about the stuff on the screen. So having him voice Stinky Pete, oh man, Toy Story 2. And yeah, you're right. Wayne Knight, holy crap.
The Toy Collector was one of the villains.
Yep.
Best movie ever.
Crazy. Absolutely.
Definitely a beloved movie.
Maybe forever. Woody, you're not a collector's item. You're a child's plaything. You are a toy!
Absolutely.
2000. Another movie that I actually like. I kind of have a lot in my heart for, but doesn't really come up a lot. Is Best in Show.
Interesting.
It was one of those. Can't remember. Christopher Guest, I want to say. He did a series of like mock documentaries. This is Spinal Tap. Was kind of, it wasn't really his movie, but it's the most famous variation of that, and he was in it. But yeah, it's one about dog shows. Just there was a woman in my life around that time, and we quoted that movie all the time. And to think some of these beautiful dogs will be eaten.
Yep.
What was his name?
He played Harlan Pepper. Christopher Guest did.
All right.
Eugene Levy starred. Eugene Levy
was the star, yeah, because he had two left feet, literally.
Okay.
He literally had both his feet were left feet.
Is that real? Oh my God!
But not in real life, in the movie.
No. I'm not saying oh my God at that. I'm saying oh my God at oh my God. It's Kate McAllister. You get Catherine O'Hara as Cookie Fleck.
Yeah, she was in a lot of those.
No, absolutely. Michael McKean's in it.
I don't remember his role.
Parker Posey's in it. Yep.
Jennifer. That was Christopher Guest. I was right. I was right. And most of that is Fred Willard. Fred Willard was the freaking gem of that. He was one of the commentating guys, and the joke was that the other guy was like really kind of well versed in dog breeding and dog handling, and like he knew what he was talking about. And Fred Willard was like a hockey player or something. He was a sports guy brought in, and he was the guy who was like, and to think, in some places these beautiful animals are eaten, and it's just an idiot. It's a very funny movie, very cute.
Yep.
Okay, speaking of Murder's Row, the next 3 years are dominated by
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King. Like there was, I will say that Fellowship was particularly special to me because 1999, you may have noticed I picked Toy Story 2 and not Phantom Menace.
Yep.
Like many Star Wars fans who had grown up. Because I think there were kids that liked the prequels, but I was very disappointed by the Phantom Menace. And part of me felt a little burnt out by the time we get to 2001.
Yeah.
And there's a moment in Fellowship that I really sort of like rediscovered my love of movies and got excited by a movie again. When they're racing through Moria and the Howard Shore soundtrack is blaring, I was like, this is what I remember from when I was a kid watching Star Wars. I mean, it's not the same movie, but just that excitement, that being caught up in the moment. So I do have a lot of love for those movies, and I think it helps that they were really well done.
Yeah,
and we will never speak of the Hobbit movies because they are garbage. Speaking of well done, 2004, Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Still the best superhero movie ever made. Batman, bro.
I will agree.
Yes.
And I will say, though, that
David likes being right.
I will say, though, that the best culmination to...
Oh, we'll get there. If you're jumping ahead, we'll get there. I'm pretty sure that's on the list.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's on the list, but just as a pure superhero movie.
As a pure superhero movie, yes, fine. I want to go on a little tirade here about this, though, because when this was released on physical media, they released the 2. Because they do this all the time. They released the 2.1 version, extended cut, extra scenes, whatever. Currently in 2025, they are releasing this, or they're about to release this, or they have released this, or they're going to in theaters.
Yeah, we just saw the trailer for that before Fantastic Four.
Right, exactly. Yes. Okay, so they're going to release it or something, and by the time this episode
Spider-Man
airs,
2.1.
As Spider-Man 2.1. That's my point. Okay, so we're talking about Spider-Man 2.1, the extended cut of Spider-Man 2. So that's what we're talking about here. Okay. By the time this episode airs, it will have probably already been released and it'll be in the past and whatever. So fine, it's already been released. That's fine. But as of the sound of my voice, as of this recording, on July 25th. July 25th, 2025. It has not been released yet. I see all these people who are younger than us on Instagram specifically. Oh my God, they're releasing a new cut of Spider-Man 2. Oh my God, we've never seen this before. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I understand all these people are younger than us, and I understand they may not have been alive in 2004. But Jesus, people, do some research. Spider-Man 2.1. Like, they're talking about this like they've added
Children are
this,
stupid by definition. That's why school exists.
Yeah, but the only problem is they're not learning anything in school anymore.
Okay, I didn't want to make this political. I was just like, as a general rule,
I'm not making it political.
Stupid.
I'm not making it political at all. I'm just stating a fact. They've removed certain programs and certain classes in school, and children aren't learning anything in school anymore. They're learning to look at their screens. That's all they're learning.
2005 was the beginning of the Nolan trilogy, although we didn't know that yet. Batman Begins, and I have an asterisk because I am not. This was probably a year where there was weak competition. And as much as I love Batman, I'm one of those. I'm weird. Like I think the Nolan films are good. I mean, the first two are good, and the third one is watchable. But and Bane is amazing. But I don't love them. I think that's why there's an asterisk there, because I couldn't find anything else for that year.
Yeah. I love The Dark Knight as a singular film. Yes, I understand the end of Batman Begins leads into The Dark Knight. That's great.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, I wouldn't challenge you on that. Like, my problem with the Nolan films is that Nolan really wanted to make James Bond films.
Yeah, and he should have.
It would take very little to change the Nolan Batman films into James Bond films.
Oh, absolutely.
Very little.
Honestly, I don't know what in the hell Mr. G. Wilson and Ms. Broccoli, I don't know what in the hell they're doing, but I don't know why they haven't gone to him and asked him.
He's making the Odyssey. Which weirdly, I want to see.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Look, man, I haven't.
It's the greatest tale in the history of telling tales. And no one's. Gee, you are a plebeian, sir.
No, I'm not a plebeian. Look. Fine. Again, for me,
I've made my decision for 2006.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
I've cast the die. I've cast the die, sir.
Hold on here. Damn it.
Idiocracy.
This is my. What? Why?
Idiocracy, sir. The world we live in now, apparently.
Is that the movie, or is that you just saying Idiocracy?
No, that's the movie. Like, my choice was between Idiocracy or Cars, like which were literally the two films I saw in 2006. Okay. It came out in 2006. I'm sure I saw their movies, but
yeah,
I think I had to dig deep for Idiocracy.
Wow, that's crazy.
And again, that's like I was saying with Batman Begins. Ironically, I don't love either one, but like. I only saw those two movies. Oh, I got to pick. I'll pick Idiocracy because we're living in it.
Now who's making it political?
Me.
Yeah, see? All right, 2007.
Ratatouille. Actually, I think this is a really good film. I like this film.
You're one of those people? Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's so like it has so much, like, as someone who did criticize, like, on our channel we did like toy reviews and stuff. It has something to say about criticism, and it has something to say about art and creativity. I mean, one of those people. Jeez.
It's rats cooking food, which is a health issue.
Don't they make a point about them cleaning their paws or some shit? It's been a while since I've seen the film, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they bent over back. Well, first of all, like, Remy didn't actually cook. He just yanked on the guy's hair, made him cook. Like, he didn't actually put stuff in the, like...
Okay. I guess.
2008. This was a hard one.
The Dark Knight?
No. It was either Iron Man or WALL-E. And
really?
I went with WALL-E, I think.
What?
It's a great film.
Okay.
The 2000s were the Pixar years, man. Until the inappropriately named Good Dinosaur. The dinosaur was a dick. Pixar had a hell of a run. Someday we'll do a podcast where I do my rant about The Good Dinosaur, which is the most inappropriately named movie of all time. But Wall-E, I think that was a great film. It was hard not to pick Iron Man. I have a lot of emotional attachment to Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to my first Comic-Con because of Iron Man.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
I mentioned earlier that there were very few movies I was able to share with my mother.
Right. Iron Man was one of them.
And because she loved Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
And this is also like the year before she died.
Oh.
So, I literally remember walking into the room one day and she was watching the Iron Man cartoon from the 90s.
Nice.
With Robert Hayes.
Yes,
and she is utterly at sea.
Yeah.
She, because they had the Mandarin as a green dude and has no idea what's going on. But it's Iron Man and she loved Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. I have a lot of emotional attachment to that movie, but I went with Wall-E.
Tell me about it. My apologies, Modok. Your sacrifice will long be remembered. In the meantime, do try to stay alive. There's so much still to be done. Pray I'm never in a position to do it to you. Slowly. And now, the unveiling. What do you think, Modok? Shall I go for the helmet? If you wish, my lord. I do wish.
Yeah.
I do think it's a better film.
Than Iron Man?
They're different. We had this conversation at the beginning of the thing that they're different movies. They have different standards. Okay. It may also be that I've seen Iron Man a million times. I don't know. I picked what I picked.
2009. I'll at you all I want.
Up. This was this movie came out right after my mom died.
Right.
And I remember my best friend at the time. I'd seen it before I did because I was a little wrapped up in things.
Yeah.
I won't go into the whole story, but he was like, I was like, I want to really see that movie Up, and he's like, I don't know if you should, because if you remember the whole beginning of the movie is they become a couple and then she dies. But like for me, it was very therapeutic.
Okay.
And I the themes of seeking adventure and that it's never too obviously being an old rotting corpse of a man. I love the story about this old guy who finally has the adventure he always dreamed of. And Doug is love. I love Doug so much. I was hiding under the porch because I love you. Squirrel. I love Doug. It's such a great movie. Like the guys at Pixar were hitting on all thrusters back in those days. I mean, it's heartbreaking what's happened to them.
Yeah.
Up is a great, and then Michael Giacchino score.
Yep.
2010 is another one where I was not super like the rule is I got to pick something.
Yeah,
it's a good film though. I picked the original How to Train Your Dragon. I like it. It's fun. The music's great. I have the soundtrack. I play it in the car a lot. Just again, I don't remember what else came out that year because it was a fairly thin year.
Well, I mean, there was that stellar movie Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 wasn't very good. Iron Man 2 was not very good.
But it had the Centurion armor. Come on.
There are things like I love that it had the silver Sphinx armor.
Yeah.
And I mean what's her name? Scarlett Johansson was
Black Widow.
Was never hotter as Black Widow as she was in that film.
Yep.
The hair.
The hair.
But yeah, it was not a good film. But 2011, now we get into the Marvel years. Pixar has had its run. 2011, this is a personal favorite. Again, it's subjective. Captain America, the First Avenger. I adore that movie. I adore Chris Evans as Captain America. Mm-hmm. I think he was fantastic. It's probably my favorite origin movie
Doing time as a capsicle.
I love that they actually had him punching Hitler. I mean, just the moment that it's in the play, but like the fact that they had him punching Hitler, like he does it like a million times. He's like, I punched Hitler 30 times. It's such a good film. Tommy Lee Jones is really good in it. You forget that he was in the Marvel universe because everybody died. You forget that they were all in this movie. Not because they died, because 40 years passed. But it's a great film. I really love it, and that leads into 2012.
Avengers.
Big surprise on this one. The Avengers. I really love the original Avengers. I think it's a fun movie. It's the best Hulk movie they've ever done.
Yes.
And the Hulk is my favorite character, my favorite Marvel character.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Puny god.
I really don't know. I remember we saw the couldn't do this these days because you die. It did the Road to Avengers marathon.
Yep. The trailer,
and then Avengers premiered at midnight.
Yep.
And I remember we were trying to get out of the theater at like 2 a.m. We were like, no, there's a post-credit scene. Don't go. And it's them eating fucking shawarma. I mean,
it's the shawarma scene. Yep.
But yeah, I do love the event. And I remember, to go back to 2008, I remember the second time I saw Iron Man, my mom dragged my aunt to go see it with us. And she got so mad at me the first time for making her wait for the Nick Fury credit.
Yeah.
And we waited again for the Nick Fury post credit. And my aunt was like, "What's the deal with this?" And I'm like, "Oh well, this is setting up the Avengers." And she's like, "Oh, I've heard of that TV show with the." And I'm like, "No. Different Avengers.
Different Avengers. The American.
No, I gotta pick one. This was the hardest choice of the whole list.
2013 is the hardest choice of the whole list. Huh?
Actually, well, maybe aside from 98 or 98 or no, wait, what the hell am I talking about? Aside from 84, I kind of have that. There's like a thing. There's like a dyslexia for numbers. I kind of have that. Ooh, so my choices are Iron Man 3, which apparently I'm the only person who likes that film.
No, you're not.
I love that film.
I love Iron Man 3.
I have gotten into so many arguments because it's like, he doesn't wear the suit. That's the point.
Exactly. That's the Iron Man 3. Okay. This is, I don't believe in the HT, and the HT is basically hot take because opinions are opinions and opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So I don't believe in hot takes, but Iron Man 3 is essentially Lethal Weapon 5 without Mel and without Danny.
Oh, okay.
And it adds in, superhero, supervillain, whatever. But because it's Shane Black, man, like
he's allowed to direct other movies than Lethal Weapon.
I understand that, but like, I got so many Lethal Weapon vibes and Riggs vibes when Tony was sneaking around the compound. And anyway, so Iron Man 3. What's the other choice?
Pacific Rim.
Oh, fuck Pacific Iron Man.
I love
3,
Pacific Rim was so. It was like it's you know how I said that Avengers is the best Hulk movie. Yeah. Pacific Rim is the best G.I. Joe movie. Like it's mech suits versus kaiju. It's got a cool theme, and I don't know. I'm going. I gotta pick one. Now I want to pick one. I want to pick Pacific Rim just to be petty and vengeful. but I do. The thing about Iron Man 3 is there's a line in Spider-Man Homecoming where Tony says, if you need the suit, you don't deserve it. And Iron Man 3 is the proof of that.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to go with Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yep.
I'll talk myself into it.
2014.
It's Marvel, but it's the other Marvel. X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yes. I forgot
this is a good film. I really like this film. I like how they combine the two casts. They also undid all the damage of X-Men 3 at the end.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the X-Men films have focused on my favorite characters. My favorite characters are Magneto and Wolverine. And X-Men 3 really, Days of Future Past really focuses on both of those characters. And we get McKellen, and we get a younger guy, too. I can't remember his name. David Prometheus.
Fassbender.
Yeah, it's just... And somehow Trask became a little person.
I don't know.
I don't know how that happened. But anyway, I really liked that film. I wish they had left. They had stopped making X-Men movies after that because Apocalypse was garbage, and I didn't even see the. They keep doing Phoenix. I don't know why.
Yeah.
2015, Mad Max Fury Road. I'm a little sad that I didn't get to do the original Road Warrior on this list, but I don't know what year it was, but it lost out. Fury Road is cool. That was probably another thin year. I don't have a lot of. I think it's a good film. I liked Furiosa. I thought it was a good film too. My big issue with Fury Road is that it's not that Mad Max wasn't the main character, because he kind of rarely really is. But it was the first one with Bane, Venom. I'm old. This list started in 71.
Oh Jesus! What's his name?
You know the actor I'm talking about.
Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Like, my problem was that this was the first Tom Hardy Mad Max, and I think they should have focused on him to get the audience to be Mad Max, instead of like really putting the focus on another character. That's my biggest criticism of the film. But I mean, the stunts are spectacular. Okay. Anyway, 2016.
Yes.
Rogue One.
Oh,
Wars is going to be Rogue. It's the fourth Star Wars movie.
Thank God.
The fourth Star Wars movie, and the last one that we ever need to speak of again. Also, the sequel to Andor, which is my favorite.
Yes.
Which will come up when we do the TV series. I assure you. I assure you, sir.
Yes.
We've already did a whole episode on Rogue One. Number 2017. I went with Wonder Woman. I'm going to get yelled at by the woman in my life because she loves the character Wonder Woman. She hates the DCEU version of Wonder Woman. And she does not like this movie. But you know what? I saw this movie before I met her, and I like this movie. There are parts except for the ending. The ending is the standard DC giant CGI monster bullshit.
Yes.
But I thought Gal Gadot was good in the role. Apparently, I'm fairly isolated on this opinion. I know she was bad in Snow White, but I mean, whatever. The No Man's Land sequence was amazing. And again, I think it speaks to like it probably was a weaker year. A lot of Phase 2. God, what year was Guardians? Because like that's not on the list.
Guardians. Hey Google, what year did Guardians of the Galaxy release? It's 2014.
Really? Oh well, I do really love X-Men: Days of Future Past. I do really love. Well, I'm like, how did Mad Max or Wonder Woman beat Guardians? No, Future Past. Yeah, I can see that because I was a Hulk guy. I was an X-Men guy. Those were my things in Marvel when I was into comics. So 2018, 2019, huge surprise here. Infinity War and Endgame.
I already wrote them down. These two movies are just, oh God, they're just amazing.
There's literally a moment in Endgame, and everybody knows it. You know, at the end. Well, there's okay. So there's a moment before the moment, which is my favorite part, which is one of my favorite movie moments of all time. And everybody's down, and Thanos has had enough of everybody's shit, so he calls in everybody he calls in all his army. And Steve is the only one left. And he gets up and he tightens his shield, and he stumbles forward by himself against this massive army of darkness. I fucking love that shot.
Yeah.
Because that is Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if nobody else is with him. He's going to stand till the end. The shield is ripped in half. Yeah. And then he gets the call from Sam.
And then Cap, can you hear me?
Captain, on your left. Which is a call back to Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier, right.
And when everybody gathers and then like the two armies charge into each other, my best friend Jason and I we're grabbing each other's shirts and just shaking each other like children. Yeah, with glee, because I don't think people understand this moment. Like the Avengers itself, the original Avengers, 2012, was largely unthinkable just a few years before.
Oh, exactly.
And now we've got every character. Every character.
Exactly. And then, we have It's the hammer, right?
Oh, Mjolnir. Yeah. Cap catches Mjolnir.
Yeah.
No, you take the little one.
No.
Which screws no. That's a line. Thor has Stormbringer.
Right.
And Steve picks up Stormbringer, and then he goes, no. You have the little one. And by the way, fucking Love and Thunder screws that up.
Oh, fuck Love and Thunder.
Why I don't like Love and Thunder, because the whole thing is Stormbringer is the one that the Thor made for himself. There's a piece of Groot in it.
Yeah, exactly. So So what I'm talking about is that end scene when they do assemble.
I know when he finally says because they dicked around with it in Ultron. Remember, he goes Avengers, and it cuts to credits. So now he finally goes Avengers. That's the whole sequence.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when
it pays off from the fact that nobody could pick up the thing in Age of Ultron, but Steve could move a little bitty bit. And there's a great look on Thor's face where he's like, "Oh shit!" And then Steve can't do it, and he's like, "Whew."
Yeah, whew. And then
everything about that sequence is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's other people forget there's other good stuff in that movie too.
Oh no, I don't. I love those two movies.
I love timey-wimey nonsense, but I love when they've screwed up the New York mission. They have to go back to the base in New Jersey.
Oh, I love it.
And the whole bit with Tony and his dad.
Yes, absolutely. Finally,
I cried.
Yeah,
I have a lot of issues with my dad, and it was like Tony seeing his dad in a completely new light for the first, because now he's a dad.
Yeah, exactly.
He's it just that movie was like what the hell happened?
Well, I mean,
it was depressing talking about Pixar and talking about these Marvel movies.
Oh no, absolutely.
Now we live in the now. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Well, the line he says to Cap, he goes, I'm glad we're trying to go back to get back what we lost, but I don't want to lose what I found because
I can't lose what I have.
Exactly.
And again, these movies are usually fairly predictable, and I love Morgan was such a monkey wrench in the story. Because you're like, wait, is Tony going to stop them? Is Tony going to be an enemy? Because you can't just undo what you did. Because now there's Morgan. Like, it's such a complication. And Morgan's adorable. I love you 3000.
Yeah, I love you 3000.
It's so good.
It's so good. They did so well, which is why I was like, this is what I've had this opinion since 2019. How are they going to move forward? I have not cared other than What If, other than the animated one. No. What If is good. What If is good. What If is its own thing. It's good. But every other live action thing Marvel has done since Endgame, I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Well, No Way Home was good.
Okay.
But it was its own thing. It was kind of its own isolated thing. Which I think is why it was good.
And same thing with DP and W. I agree with that. But like you called your final movie in 2019 Avengers Endgame.
No,
it's the last chess move. They
should have let it sit. They should have just said, okay.
A little bit.
It literally ended with everybody signing it. With the signature, you should have walked away, because at that point, I think did they own Fox at that point?
I don't remember. I don't
know, but you should have just walked away, left it alone, started with the X-Men. Still not doing a goddamn X-Men movie. Drives me insane.
Yeah, well, they are eventually in 2032,
but they're not doing it yet. They're
2032.
Got to do Doomsday first, apparently.
Point being,
they should have left it alone for a while.
Yeah.
But you can't do that because it makes money. So instead, they're going to do Doomsday and reboot everything, and it's a thing.
So how did we watch stuff when the world shut down? What is your choice for 2020, sir?
My choice is Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh.
It was cute. It was. I mentioned that the woman in my life will be angry about Wonder Woman. She disagreed with me on this one because she's more of a. Well, she believed that Bill and Ted were more metal guys, and the music in this one was more kind of sweet pop.
Okay.
But I liked it. It was about niceness. It was positive. And I think that was, for 2020, that was a hell of a message that we needed to be positive and to be,
Yes.
And again,
Yes.
I like the timey-wimey stuff. So Bill and Ted Face the Music. And again, there was not a heavy competition in 2020.
Yeah, no.
To be fair.
And the only reason why I'm half smiling and half laughing, because you said kindness and niceness, and all I can think of is kindness is the new punk rock.
Okay.
It's a today thing.
I know. I've seen Superman. I liked Superman, but I get it. I feel bad. I don't know when Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was. Because that would have been a heavy contender for that. Because I remember loving that film. Absolutely adoring that film when it came out. So I'm glad Bill and Ted made the list somewhere.
Hey, Google.
2021. Previously mentioned.
Wait. Hang on. Hey, Google. When did Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey release? 91.
91. Silence of the Lambs.
Yep, would have been a contender.
You know what? If I had known then what I know now,
it would have been a contender.
It might have beat out Silence of the Lambs.
It would have been a contender.
I really like. It's a dumb thing. It's a little idiosyncrasy thing.
Yep.
Let me speak good.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go to heaven and they ask for the best engineers,
yep,
they're not human. They're from another planet.
They're from
and
another
it's just
planet. Yep.
But you never see the concept of alien life and science fiction stuff like that mixed with religious concepts like heaven. I don't know. It was cool. I really like that movie.
Very cool. All right, 2021.
Well, it's too late now. If we were already 2021, but Ted's Bogus Journey is a good movie.
Yes.
2021. We already mentioned this. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Go Web. Fly. Up and away, Web! Shazam! Go! Go! Go, Web, go!
Probably the best movie since Endgame. I love... I know people are tired of the multiverse stuff, but I think it worked really well for this movie.
Yes, it did.
I love that Peter wanted to save everybody. That's a big thing with Spider-Man or Superman now. Is always he wants to save people, but not only did Peter want to save people, he wanted to save his worst enemies.
Yep.
And then we get the other two Spider-Men, and when we were at the theater, there's a moment at the end where Mary Jane falls off the thing, and Andrew Garfield catches her, and this dude sitting next to us just suddenly shouted out "Redemption!" and everybody laughed. And it was great. It's a good film.
It's an amazing film, absolutely.
The MCU Spider-Man films are all really good.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Okay, 2022. We've done an episode on this. RRR. Weird little indie movie that's super freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We already did an episode on it, so I won't belabor the point. 2023. This one is the deepest dive of the whole list, aside from Allegro Non-Torpro. I think it was Apple TV. Tetris. The story of Tetris.
I still haven't seen that. I need to.
It is so good.
I know. I want to. I'm not.
There's a moment at the end when they're racing around Moscow and the KGB is chasing them and they're trying to. And I'm like, this is that game I played in college. I have a little Tetris. They have these little mock arcade cabinet games that you can buy and just play handheld. I have one by my bed. I used to play it every night. And the story of that is just fascinating. And it was, well, number one, it was fascinating. Number two, it was fun. It was a good, exciting, interesting movie.
Yep.
About the battle for Tetris. And then 2024, again, we've mentioned this, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Let's fucking go.
And that movie won my heart at the very beginning. There was all this, buzz leading up to it, that Kevin Feige hadn't wanted to do it. Well, first of all, I have a lot of complicated feelings about Logan movie.
Okay.
The whole stuff with Professor Xavier was a little too much like what I was dealing with my mom the year that she died. She had there was a surgery that went wrong. And so, like, dealing with someone you love who had been a mentor figure who is now kind of mentally a child, it was too rough for me. It's a good movie. I never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
But, like, and Kevin Feige was like, "Oh, we don't want to disrespect the memory of Logan. We don't want to disrespect the ending that we gave Wolverine." And literally, the fucking movie starts with Deadpool digging up Wolverine's corpse. Like, just there was, like, you could literally see the heart emoji form over my head.
Yep.
And the rest of the movie was fun too. I love Hugh Jackman in that role, and I love the whole sequence because, again, X-Men is one of my comics.
Yep.
The whole sequence where he's visiting all the variant X-Men, and it's like, I know that cover, I know that outfit, I know what they're talking about. Like, I know all these references. I love it so much. And then I think his Logan had a good arc, and I was not the TVA stuff was kind of but I think Sandra Nova was a good villain. I think she was set up very well. The stuff with Chris Evans, you're like, oh, it's Captain America. And then you're like, oh shit, it's Johnny Storm. And then, it's like, oh shit, Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Oh no. And then, like, the moment when I can't remember, when Blade's like, the only one that will ever be. Like, I can't remember the actor. Who's the actor who plays Blade? Help me.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes has that line about how he's the only wasn't and will only be. He's the only Blade that will ever be. Like, it was cool that they all got, like, all these characters that, like, kind of were abandoned, literally and figuratively, got their redemptions, except for Gambit, who I hate. Yeah, but and then 2025, year's not over yet.
Yeah, the year's not over yet.
And frankly, the competition is very thin. This would be another one I'd be like, I guess Superman. I don't know. Fantastic Four was pretty good, I thought. Superman was pretty good. And there's another dinosaur movie coming out next month. So I'm keeping my powder dry.
Oh boy.
Primal War.
So
be the dark horse.
So are we leaving 2025 blank?
It's not over yet.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason I'm going to pick it for the TV one is there's literally zero chance in hell that any show is better than Andor.
Well, yeah, obviously. All right, so it'll just be up to
I don't know. I haven't seen Primal War yet. I don't know. There could be something else. There's the stupid Avatar movie coming out that I'm going to get dragged to go see. I don't want to, but
good Lord, Avatar, yuck.
Well, successful movies that nobody seems to like very much.
Yeah, no Avatar. All right, folks, that's Dave's list for movies from every year.
53 long years.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, 54 long years.
Well, I mean, we're not doing 2025, remember?
Well, 71 to 24. Yeah, the math doesn't work. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not mathing right. Anyway, we're going to go to a quick podcast ad break. You hear some podcast ads, some other stuff. We'll come back to close the show right after this.
Martini. Stir. Not shaken, stir.
What's your opinion? I'll take a Negroni. Just poured.
Sorry?
On the play, it's that old cliche, does art actually imitate life? Because you got this tyrant who's walking the stage.
Basha.
And in the first act, his cruelty goes completely unpunished. But in the fifth, justice. Always justice.
You see a tyrant. I see a man bringing order to a disordered world. Scouring its filth, polishing it till it shines. In art, our most fervent hopes come true. Heroes always win. It's bullshit. In life, totally different.
Nah, I'm with Shakespeare. Act 5's coming.
To Shakespeare?
To Bill.
I think you both just spoiled the end.
No. We didn't.
Hello, geeks and geekettes! Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks, every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Are you missing entertainment in your life? Welcome to Captain Ruggles Gaming. Whether it's guides, roleplay content, or our shenanigans with our collaborations with the 20 years standing strong Fart Clan, also known as Fast Action Response Team, or the Wrecking Crew, we have something for everyone. So join us when we traverse the cosmos of space games, survive the undead in zombie games, or just having fun in first-person shooters or random indie games. Visit us now at geekcastradio.com and youtube.com/@Captain Ruggles, or Google search Captain Ruggles Gaming. It's game time, and I'll see you out on the battlefield.
Because the world needs another movie podcast.
The Geekcast Radio Network presents for your listening pleasure the Cinema Geek.
Hosted by Amanda, Kevin, Matt, and Dan.
Each week we dive headfirst in the landscape of movies as we discuss movie news, play movie games,
go in-depth on reviews,
and even have a top 10 countdown or two.
Also, don't miss our director retrospective series, where we review noted directors' movies film by film. Bottom line is, if you love movies and love podcasts, you need to experience the Cinema Geeks.
You can find us on iTunes or geekcastradio.com.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting.
Toy hunt by day, punk rock band by night. We'll take any excuse to get in the van.
We all collect different toy lines like those real American heroes.
G.I. Joe! To the toys that are more than meets the eye, Transformers.
To He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
From vintage to modern and all topics in between, you can always expect some rowdy and passionate discussion because we love talking toys here on the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast.
Hey, Jared, I have this idea for a new show for the network.
What is it?
You know how I liked the 1990s comic book series, The New Warriors?
Yes. Yep.
And you know how at the Long Box Crusade we're trying to get the YouTube channel going?
Yes, also correct.
Well, thanks. So, how about you and me do a live stream show about the New Warriors? You've never read the books before, and I have them, and so that's a great setup. We could give it a catchy name like Come Out to Play. Don't you think that's the greatest idea?
Sure, Delvin. That's a great idea. Just one question.
Yeah?
Why do you have me dangling off this ledge, holding me by only one arm?
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll get it soon. I hope. Come Out to Play, a New Warriors podcast, comes to you live on YouTube every second Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Longbox Crusade channel. If you can't watch it there, we replay them on the Longbox Crusade Network podcast feed, available anywhere podcasts can be found. We invite you to come along for the ride, or in other words, New Warriors, come out to play.
For the best in science fiction, join Mark Baumgarten, Vicky Jakubowski, Zion Kiros, and Juan San Miguel on the award-winning podcast Mark Who 42's Universe. Doctor Who, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Trek, and more are all fair game with Mark Who 42, which has been around since 2012 in one form or another. Mark Who 42's Universe is proud to be a part of Geekcast Radio Network, the best place to get your geek on. Listen to us bi-weekly or weekly if we have a topic relevant for you, our listeners. Mark Who 42 on Geekcast Radio Network. A match made in a galaxy near you.
Do you like the Transformers?
Yes.
Do you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Do you like IDW Comics?
And comic book podcasts?
Then come check out Ninjas and Bots. Each week we look at an issue of Transformers
or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from their IDW Comics incarnation. We drop episodes every Saturday morning.
Just like the cartoons we loved as a kid. The show can be found on your favorite podcatcher and at johnreadscomics.com.
See you then.
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk.
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing. Car.
Download the show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
Hello there.
All right, folks, we are back here in episode 167 Inside Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. That's David Draper's list of films from the year he was born, 1971, all the way up to last year, 2024, because 2025 isn't finished yet.
Let's go Primal War.
There you go, folks. I don't even know what else is coming out this year.
Primal War.
I have no idea.
Dinosaurs in Vietnam.
Okay.
All you need to know.
Cool. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to promote? Anything?
No. The only thing is, it's an interesting experience to do something like this. There's a lot of I don't know how to put it, like introspection. So it's an interesting, I don't want to say therapy per se, but I do feel that you get a little perspective on yourself. We had this kind of back and forth about genres. How there were certain genres, certain things I liked, and it's one of those things you may not think about it. You said the things that you like say something about you. And,
absolutely.
If you look into it, it's you might learn a little something about yourself.
Absolutely. Which is why I was like, oh, this is a cool Facebook post. I don't want this to get lost. Which means, guess what, folks? I turned it into a new podcast series. All right, movie and TV fans. As always, we want to thank you for joining us here inside Studio 2009. If you'd like to get in contact with us to leave feedback for the show, there are several ways to do so. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. Plus, we now have a brand new fourth wall store where you can buy our stuff. Shop.geekcastradio.com. We have t-shirts up to 4XL. We have mugs. We have, I think we have mouse pads. We have a whole bunch of other stuff over there. Check it out. Shop.geekcastradio.com. Buy our stuff. You can send any email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. You can check us out on all the podcasting clients you choose to use. You can follow us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio for the network, at It's Studio 2009 for the show. I am at TF2 and Mike. Dave's not on Twitter.
No.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcast Radio Network. You can also check out Studio 2009 podcast over there, as well as joining the Toy World Order fans group. So you can check that out as well. Join us next time when we will be getting my list of movies from the year I was born up until 2024, because I have not seen Superman and I have not seen Fantastic Four yet. I am waiting for media release, so that's just the way that I roll.
Captain America New World Order, Lilo and Stitch remake.
I haven't seen those either yet. Lilo and Stitch just hit digital buy, and I haven't had a chance to buy it yet. Which it's for me, it would be an instant buy because I've seen every single clip. I know the movie, I know the changes that they made in the movie, and I'm okay with the changes that they made in the movie because I understand unlike some other regular people, that they had to make certain story changes to make it fit in. Okay.
No, I think it's great. If you've got Ohana means abandon your family so that you can go live your own dreams. It's a very millennial message.
Is it a millennial message though, or is it a Gen Z message? Come on now.
It's a generation that isn't mine message. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And therefore contemptible.
Yes, very contemptible. I need to get Disney Plus back to see Cap. I haven't had Disney Plus in a couple of months.
No, you don't. Because you haven't seen the film, you didn't realize that was a joke.
Yeah.
As was Captain America: Winter Soldier, or not Captain America: New World Order.
New World Order. Yeah,
that was a weird Freudian slip.
It's okay.
A good movie.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's awesome. Absolutely. That really is America's ass.
That's the Avengers.
Oh, is it?
That's Endgame. That's when he's. That's Civil War. Civil War is when Ant-Man says that's America's ass. And then it is Endgame when he's fighting himself.
When he's fighting himself, that's
Endgame.
Yeah, that's Endgame. It just goes to show you, folks, Endgame is amazing. So yeah, next episode I'm going to go through my list of films from the year I was born up until 2024. So for
quietly
now,
judging him.
Well, like you don't do that already. So for now, I am TF2 and Mike with
David Draper.
You'll hear us back in the studio soon.
Blue shirt, 5th row, wake up! Light dawns on Marblehead.